Hi, this is Marshall Horror here to tell you that no movie can call itself completely original. Although I did see a movie where a dude rips off his own testicles. I can't say I've ever seen that before. But it is possible to take a completely unoriginal concept and turn it into something original. Okay. So enter Twilight, a hugely popular book series that's been adapted to two immensely financially successful movies. It causes girls to go, Twilight! It causes boys to go, Twilight. And it causes vampires to go, Twilight. Will never be taken seriously again. Yes, it would seem that way. So, did you get tickets to the new movies? Yes I did. Now, I initially intended to review this like I would any other bad movie, even though my gimmick includes the words, besides Twilight. But my hatred of that film in particular cannot be contained in one review. So instead, you'll get many reviews all about one particular subject within Twilight. Current topic, unoriginality. I mean, you'd think that a popular series would be completely original, right? Well, apparently the whole thing was dreamt up by Stephanie Meyer, the author of the series. I wonder what that was like.
Mr. Publisher, I just had this wild dream. It was about this vampire and human, and they fall in love. And then the vampire takes the human and shows the human their side of the world, both the glamorous side and the dark side, obviously stirring up trouble with the other vampires. And eventually, that human gets turned to a vampire.
You really dreamt that?
Yeah, it was weird. I was dreaming that I was on my couch, and the dream played out on the TV. Yet strangely it called itself in my dream Near Dark. I don't like that title. It should be called Twilight. And you know, in the dream they actually had the boy be the human and the girl vampire. Well, let's switch that around. Make the girl the human and the boy the vampire. It's more cliched that way.
Yes, of course. So yeah, Twilight is completely derived from Near Dark, which is darker, grittier, and somehow manages to do everything that Twilight wants to do. Example, Twilight has Edward bitching about how bad it is to be a vampire. Even though turning into a vampire in that series makes you super hot, have super strength, have super speed, be immortal, and sparkle like diamonds. Seriously, what is there to bitch about? In Near Dark, the film shows us the hardships about being a vampire. The sunlight is even more dangerous than usual, and there's something hollow about all the vampires. They all feel like they've lost their souls, something precious that made them human. Yet they yearn for emotional ties, and would rather die than having those ties severed. Seriously, most of the vampires in this movie die because they want to, chasing somebody who they want to be their mate in the sunlight, knowing that they're going to die. I felt more bad for the bad guys in Near Dark than for the good guys in Twilight. How do you do that? How do you screw that up? Nobody even has to rant about how bad being a vampire is in Near Dark. We know it's bad because we see what they're going through. Hence, the vampires in Near Dark end up being far more tragic than the ones in Twilight. The love story is a bit harder to defend. In Twilight, they fall in love instantly, even spouting pretentious lines like, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him. Who talks like that? Irrevocably. I can barely pronounce that word. And no, me being an idiot has nothing to do with it. In Near Dark, it feels more like puppy love that grows into something genuine. It doesn't try to force itself on us and feels much more believable that way. Hence, Twilight is a shit version of Near Dark. These stories were so identical that they actually had to cancel the planned remake of Near Dark, just because Twilight was so similar. They even basically say that was the reason. Yeah, this movie is responsible for the death of the Near Dark remake. And you know what movie? For that I say, thank you. That actually is really cool. I did not want that remake to be made. In fact, that alone justifies your existence to me. Because all remakes need to be stopped. Except The Thing. That one was pretty awesome. Okay, so what else is unoriginal about it? Well, at the core of the story, it's basically just a popular high school student reaching out to a sad loner. Gee, that's not every single high school romance ever made. Oh, and do I even need to bring up the whole vampires versus werewolves thing? I mean, they've been doing that since Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Odd that they use that title considering Dracula and the Wolfman both have bigger roles than Frankenstein and are played by the people who made them famous. I think I'll stick with real vampires versus werewolf movies, like... I think I'll just go ahead and stick with Howling 6.
So is there anything original?
Well, I have to admit the sparkling vampire thing is pretty new. I wonder how she dreamt that one up.
This is some really good stuff, Stephanie Meyer. Yes, I can see it now. In the sunlight, the vampires will sparkle, and it will be shiny.
You're high.
No, you're high.
I am pretty high, but that is a pretty stupid idea.
Shiny.
Shiny. Let's do it!